Welcome to Linaro Connect here in Dublin, Ireland. We're here this week planning the future of Linux on ARM.
So what I'm looking forward to is the summit on test and validation. The guys have done a really good job setting that up, but also around that there's a bunch of workshops and training and practical things such that if you don't know much about Lava, you can kind of get going or learn how to write tests. So it's going to be really good, and test and validation is really key and important, particularly in open source these days.
One of the cool things about this summit, this LCE13 is the Lava Summit, and what's additionally cool, I think, is the ability for the kernel engineers now to use Lava. We've done some work with one of the kernel engineers working closely with the Lava team, and that's actually borne fruit, so we'll be talking about that this week.
We have wonderful keynotes lined up. We've got some great sessions this week.
We've got Bob Monkman talking about networking, newly formed Linaro networking group, so lots been happening. Bob giving a talk there was great. We've got Van der Smet talking about benchmarking servers. There was a really great article he published earlier in the year looking at ARM servers, good. We've got Leslie Hawthorne talking about the kind of politics of dealing with the community and dealing with conflict. That's always very, very interesting. Also this week, I'm really pleased, got an old friend of mine and a big name in the community, John Mad Dog Hall. I've worked with John for many, many years. He introduced me to Linux. I mean, without him, I wouldn't be in this position. He's going to help Linaro with starting to really push the ARM community side and get more people involved. As you know, many more platforms have come out, ARM platforms. There's a lot going on, and Mad Dog's really going to help us there. So good to have him here. And on Monday, doing the keynote speak, is a lovely chap called James Bottomley. Now, James has been around for a while, since the early Intel days. Intel's moving into server. So he's going to talk about ARM and server and the sort of evolution and how that works. And on Wednesday morning, we squeezed this one in. We weren't going to do it, but Cole Crawford from the Open Compute Foundation is coming along and giving it. He's always very interested to listen to. So some great keynote speakers this week.
Participate remotely, go to www.linaro.org/connect and you'll find out how to participate remotely with us this week.